D, wait for it, delightful.
I got the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my year in review, where I come to you every year at the end of the year and I just break down some stories that happened, some moments in pop culture and such, and in geekdom, and I just bring them to you and we discuss them down below. Now, before I get started on this, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we keep getting shoved to the back of the line, and it's probably not going to get any better in 2023. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started on a breakdown of 2022. I don't know how you guys fared this year, but I did okay. I'm happy. I don't know if you're happy, but why don't we go ahead and discuss some of these famous stories that happened, or moments and stuff that happened this year. All right, starting off, oh slap. When everyone said that the Academy should punch up the Oscar ceremony, we were certainly not expecting them to do it like this. After 2022 ceremony, presenter Chris Rock made a joke on stage about the shaved head of Jada Pinkett Smith, who has alopecia. Apparently, I don't know if she has alopecia or she's just saying she has alopecia, but whatever. Anyways, the actress's husband, Will Smith, approached the comedian and slapped him across the face. Now, audiences watching in the room, and you should see Lupita Nyong'o's reaction. I'm playing the video right now, but her reaction was pretty priceless. And at home, Twitter blew up like crazy. Apparently, equally stunned, and headlines buzzed for nearly a month after the incident, as the Academy banned the King Richard actor, and then he just had that one on Apple Plus, and eventual winner that night from the A-Pass events for the next decade, so he can't come back to the Oscars for 10 years, which I just go, so whatever, it's fine. Arguably given those involved a bigger presence in the press than an Oscars victory could have. Nuanced discussions about the why behind the exchange aside, the moment proved that even on a night meant to celebrate cinema champions, no one wins when it comes to blows. And I don't know if you guys saw that. A lot of people want to put a lot of stuff on Jada Pinkett Smith. I would put that incident on her too. Will Smith laughed about it, and then I'm pretty sure he saw her face, and her face was not happy about it. But what are you going to do? I do not encourage physical attacking people physically, but at the same time, if your wife feels like she's being insulted, you've got to defend her honor. So it's very two-sided in that sense. But I just can't get the people that are like, oh, he needs to divorce her. I'm all like, stop that. You don't know what their marriage is like. Stop that. That's none of that. Part of the business is not your business. Okay. All right, let's move on to the second interesting thing this year, and that is Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Now, Johnny Depp's defamation trial against his ex-wife Amber Heard began in April in Virginia, ushering in 6 weeks of live stream testimony and media mayhem. Depp sued Heard for $50 million over her 2018 Washington Post op-ed detailing her experiences as a domestic violence survivor. She didn't mention Depp by name, but his lawyers argued that the references to him and her previous public abuse allegations were clear, claiming it damaged his reputation and career. I agree with that 100%. I'll give you my thoughts on this after I'm done reading this. Both parties recounted gut-wrenching accusations of physical, verbal, and sexual assault, as well as some bizarre antidotes that involved feces and severed fingertips. A jury ruled in Depp's favor in June, awarding him $15 million in damages. Hollywood played a starring role in the case that raptured the culture discourse, with Paul Bettany, Ellen Birkin, Kate Moss, and James Franco among the stars referenced in a subpoenaed correspondence or called to the witness stand. Now, this I found very interesting. I want you to know that I was on Johnny Depp's side 100%, not at the very beginning, because like most people, I believed Amber Heard because, and then she donated all the money that she had got from her divorce to, charity, because she wanted to prove that she wasn't a gold digger. But then you come to find out she didn't give that money to charity. She didn't give any of that money. And Johnny Depp paid, I don't think he paid all the money. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember because it's been a while, but he paid the money for her. And I'm all like, what? So she's a liar. And I don't believe her. If you watch the trial, there are some things in that you can definitely tell are not true. The makeup that she said she used wasn't out at that moment in time. All this other stuff came out about, and I'm glad Johnny Depp won. I'm on his side. Amber Heard is a liar. I will say it 100%. She's a liar. If you're an Amber Heard stan, that's fine. Be an Amber Heard stan, but you're wrong. But yeah, she's a liar, and she deserves everything she's gotten. Everything. And I'm glad she lost. That little devil's harlot. All right, moving on to our next story. The Don't Worry Darling drama. Now, Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry Darling, her directorial follow-up from the 2019's Booksmart, may have only been a blip on the pop culture radar this year if it weren't for the drama that swirled around the film. From Wilde's relationship with star Harry Styles, which was reportedly ended after 2 years, to alleged spats with Florence Pugh over the duo's romance. This story dominated the gossip blogs in August and September. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I was fascinated with this whole thing. I loved it. First started out with Shia LaBeouf. So he was on the movie and then he quit. He was having too many problems. So then Olivia Wilde sent him a video of her begging him to come back, right? And she even dissed on Florence Pugh, who is awesome. I love Florence Pugh, but she even dissed on Florence Pugh during that video. Then when he was like not coming back and everything, she during a press conference said she had to fire him. And then he didn't do it, but somehow that video of her begging him to come back got out to the masses and everything, which I found beautiful. Then calling Miss Flo. I think she called Miss Florence Pugh Miss Flo during that video. And then at the Cannes Film Festival, Harry Styles, who is a complete moron, he has like 3 brain cells. He was all like, I really like the movie because it's a movie, it's like a movie that you can go to the movies to see a movie. And you're like, is he, what exactly is wrong with him? Like he's got to have like a little bit of retardation, right? So there's Harry Styles and that whole thing. And then Harry Styles spit on Captain Kirk, what's his face? He spit on him. And I know people are going to be like, he didn't spit on him. What's his face sat on his glass. I'm like, no, he was already seated. You guys are wrong. He spit on him. And then it only got 4 minutes of an applause because Florence Pugh did not want to do any promotion for this movie because she's like, I'm just going to talk crap about this movie. And the movie is crap. It's so shit. But she was all like, I don't want to talk crap about this movie. So you don't want that. But she had to do something. So she went to Cannes, right? So she went to Cannes. Her and Olivia Wilde were not having it together because she was like not looking at her, not being standing by her, all that stuff. And then after 4 minutes of clapping, Florence Pugh left. She was like, I've had enough of this. I don't want to be here anymore. So when she left, everybody stopped clapping because they're like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And I was like, oh, this is good. I'm like, oh, I got to tell you something. You're going to shit. So great. So that is that story. So now we're going to get into just some kind of like real heartbreaking kind of stuff and like craziness. You'll see when I have it. Okay. So my next story that was huge, that was huge this year happened very recently, and that is Kanye West's year-long meltdown. Now in 2022 was a serious rough year for Ye. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The artist formerly known as Kanye West. I'm just going to call him Kanye West because that's his name. That's on his birth certificate. That's his name. His controversial and anti-Semitic comments resulted in him being dropped from his label and talent agency and losing deals with major collaborators like Gap and Adidas. Now, I just want to say real quick, I think Kanye West has mental health issues. And I think the problem is he surrounded himself with some very unfortunate individuals that Milo Yiannopoulos, is that how you say his name? Doesn't matter. And then that one guy, what was his name? Those 2 individuals, I think that Kanye West he was having a mental breakdown. And these two did not help the situation because they had an agenda and they had a platform that was huge, because I believe both of them were kicked off social media. And now all of a sudden they have a platform to use against Donald Trump. They wanted to use again. Milo Yiannopoulos was quoted in saying that after the election, he will do everything he could to bring down Donald Trump. And I think he did that. And I think that the other guy, I don't remember his name, Nick Sanchez. I don't remember. Nick something. Nick asshole, because he's a dick. Both of them, I think that they just found they used Kanye West as a puppet, because he has mental health issues. And then he went on that Alex Jones show and did that Benjamin Netanyahu impression where he's like, hey, I'm because he brought a Netanyahu, and I'm all like, what's going on here? And it's very obvious that he has issues, and I feel bad for him, but at the same time I go, dude, you can't be saying this stuff. I mean, like, Jews, we will not take that crap, so you got to stop that crap like right now. Like, it's not gonna, nobody likes that stuff, like nobody. But I do hope I think he's getting help right now. I'm not quite sure. I kind of lost track of that, but I hope he's getting help, because he really needs it. He really needs it. All right, now moving on to the next story. Now that I just bummed you guys out, we went to the next story. Elon Musk bought Twitter and chaos ensued. So when Elon Musk announced in April that he planned to pay $44 billion for Twitter, many were skeptical that the deal would ever be completed. But once that officially happened in October, chaos ensued on Twitter like crazy. Like, a lot of people friggin' lost their minds, and I'm all like, you guys calm down. And I want to talk about it just a little bit more after I get done. Okay, Musk beefed with Stephen King over his plans to charge $20 a month for a blue check mark, suspended comedian Kathy Griffin's account for making fun of him, and lost a slew of advertisers in a few days following his takeover of the company. Now, if I remember correctly, a bunch of advertisers came back, because I'm all like, listen, why do you advertisers care if people on Twitter are like yelling at you? You've got, freaking stuff to sell. And me personally, I'm all like, I don't care about the politics of it. If I like a product, then I'm going to buy it. That's just the end for me. I mean, I don't know how you guys are, but I don't buy my stuff. Like, if, for instance, I'm just going to use this instance, and I know you're not going to like it, but J.K. Rowling. I don't care what J.K. Rowling says in her personal life. She says a lot of stuff that I don't agree with, and stuff that I do agree with, but I'm still buying Harry Potter stuff. I do not care. This is my jam. I'm going to buy it. So, and it's the same thing with Twitter. I don't care who advertises on there. I don't go, Musk bought it, so now I'm mad at all these people trying to make money. What? No. Also, it's only $8 a month now. It wasn't $20. And then also, I just want to say, like, I don't know about you, but my Twitter experience has not changed whatsoever. I mean, I still get yelled at by the same people. I still, have friendly conversations with the same people. I still see the same stupid stuff on there. I still see the stuff that I actually love, like the videos that I that warm my heart and stuff. So I don't think that it was as crazy as people make it out to be. So I just want to be like, listen, calm down, sister. All right, you guys are getting all upset for a lot of nothing to do about nothing. So I'm going to go into, I got two more of moments for me personally, and then I'll end this sucker. All right, so the next one is the Ezra Miller controversies. Now, Ezra Miller first stepped onto the scene with their feature film debut in 2008's After School, and their breakout role in 2012's The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Loved him in that. He was great. I didn't see that After School one. But recently, The Flash's actor's career has been overshadowed by their numerous public controversies. In April of 2020, a video surfaced online of Miller apparently appearing to choke a woman at a bar in Iceland. I don't know how to say that. And she was, this woman, she was pregnant. She came out and made a statement, but he attacked her, and it sucked. And then in a since deleted Instagram video, and I did a video on this, and I'll leave all this stuff in the iCard section, but in an Instagram video posted on January 27th of 2022, Miller appeared to threaten members of the KKK chapter in North Carolina. And it was very weird, and I don't understand where that came from. It was just a weird video. Don't be threatening people. These people are crazy. You know, they'll do weird stuff to you. And I'm sorry, but yeah, Ezra Miller doesn't seem like he could take a whole bunch of people on. You know what I'm saying? On March of 28th, Miller was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment over their alleged involvement in two separate instances that happened at a karaoke bar in Hawaii. Now, on March 29th, two Hilo residents, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Hilo, residents filed a temporary restraining order against Miller, claiming that Miller harassed and threatened them. Miller's legal trouble continued as the actor was arrested and charged with second-degree assault on April 19th after being found during a traffic stop at the intersection of a Highway 130 and Kaklua Street in Keoʻu, Hawaii, said the police. Anyways. And then, according to court documents filed on June 7th in Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court, attorney and activist Chase Iron Eyes and his pediatrician wife, Sarah Jumping Eagle, claimed that Miller had manipulated and was controlling their daughter, Dakota Iron Eyes, who uses she, they pronouns and goes by Gibson, since the two met at Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota back in 2016. Gibson later issued a statement on Instagram downplaying her parents' concerns and sharing that Miller has only provided loving support and invaluable protection. In August, Miller was accused of burglarizing a home in Vermont where they allegedly stole several bottles of alcohol per a release from the Vermont State Police. He can afford alcohol. I don't know what that's all about. I think that he's just got problems. Following previous reports on June that Miller was housing a 25-year-old woman and her three kids, who range from the ages of 1 to 5 years old, at the actor's Vermont farm, Vermont State Police tried to serve an emergency care order to the woman in August, requiring the kids to be taken away from the home and her care. And I do believe that Ezra Miller was not at the residence at that time. On August 15th, Miller publicly addressed their recent troubling behavior in a statement to People magazine. Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment, Miller said. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life, the actor added. Now, I just want to say, with all of that, I just think that that was him trying to save face so he can have this Flash movie come out, because I'm pretty sure if Warner Brothers couldn't release that movie, they were going to be pissed, and they're like, we're going to take it out on you. So he was like, I need to flip a switch here and start making amends and everything. I don't know if he can make amends right away, because this is a lot of stuff. And I do think that the Flash movie will suffer for it because of this. But I have to be honest with you, I'm going to go see this Flash movie. I don't care how many babies he let suck on bullets. I'm going to go see this movie. Like, I don't care how many pregnant Icelandic ladies he threw down. I'm going to go see this movie. I just don't care. I don't care. None of that affects me, my ability to go see a movie that I want to see. All right, and the last thing that I want to bring up, and I won't go into too much detail because I've already kept you too long, is James Gunn and Peter Safran have been put over DCU. If you've been paying attention to it, it's still ongoing, and apparently he is going to be making an announcement around sometime in January of what they're going to do. But it sounds like a 10-year plan. They've already stopped Wonder Woman 3. That was before he was announced as the head of it. They're not going to do Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3. I don't know if they'll do a Wonder Woman 3 with Gal Gadot. And it doesn't look like Henry Cavill or Ben Affleck, their cameos, will be in the Flash and Aquaman 2, which I think is a huge bummer, and I think that they should still do it. I personally think they should still do it, the cameos. And then I also think that I also think, and I've said this before, but James Gunn should do a hard reboot. Get rid of everybody, you know, and I think that that's what he's going to do. Which it's a bummer because we won't get a Peacemaker season 2. I don't think they should go ahead with that. And we won't get to see all of the characters that I actually do like in this. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Oh, I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman. But to be fair, they all got to go. They all got to go. Now, in saying that, I do believe, and I believe this just for me, but I know some people don't like it. I do believe that they can hire these actors to play other characters in the DCU, not the DCEU. Ben Affleck is said that they do want him to come back to direct, which I think is a great idea. I think Ben Affleck is a good director. Go watch Argo. He did a great job there. I love that movie. It's so good. But I think, and I will be bummed that he won't be back as Batman. And Jason Momoa, the rumor is, and there's nothing's been confirmed, that he will be playing Lobo in the DCU, not Aquaman anymore, which A, bums me out, but B, I am happy that he is still hiring Jason Momoa. I don't think Jason Momoa is like an Oscar winner actor, but A, I think he's a good person. I think he's a genuinely good person. And I love that about him. One thing that he said he likes to do is, and I'm going on about the Jason Momoa, but I have like a man crush on him, but he says he likes to support, his friends as artists and, they make products and stuff like that. And he also likes to go on Etsy and he likes to buy from people that make the stuff that they're selling. And he likes to learn, like he doesn't know how to weld or anything like that, but he likes to go online and watch that stuff because he loves learning about that stuff. And I find that fascinating about it. I love that about him. Because I watched this Instagram post that he did. I'm going off on a rant, where he bought a bunch of shoes from his friend who made shoes. And I was like, that right there is a good friend and a good person. And I could only hope to be somebody so nice to my friends where I support them so much that I'm buying their products so they can, continue their business. But as far as the DCR, I went on a little love fest there for Jason Momoa. But as far as the DCU, I think it's in good hands with James Gunn creatively and Peter Safran business-wise. I think that they're going to do what needs to be done, and they're going to piss off a lot of Snyder fans. But I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a Snyder fan, but we need to just move on because it's not working. And I don't know about you guys as a DC fan, but I'm tired of trying to defend these movies and this product or this property when they're just not good. I'm tired of being shamed for loving Ben Affleck's Batman. Because, it's hard to defend because the movies, like, they made money, but not as good as Marvel. So it's like, when people say Marvel's better, I'm all like, well, they're making more money. So what are we going to do? All right, you guys, that is my last story, and that is my year in review. Tell me, what did you guys think about 2022? What was the most memorable moment for you? Was there anything I missed that you wish I would have covered in this video? And how do you feel about 2023? Is there anything you're looking forward to, like entertainment-wise or pop culture-wise or geek-wise? I mean, we have stuff to look forward to as fans and everything. But tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next year in 2023. You guys have a good year. Bye.